Good morning. Early morning start this morning. Try and get some time to get these cars videoed up, and makes me feel better. So I've got a Ford Kuga this morning. Well, I wish I had, but it's a Ford. Broken down, a non-start, don't run. The recovery truck's gone out there. Let's just say they had a quick guess and said it was the body control module, but it didn't really matter to me because I wasn't going to take much notice of that. And when it got here, it would turn over, wouldn't start. Sorry, take that back. It wouldn't turn over, and sometimes it would try to start over, but it still didn't start. But that was very irregular. So this is where we're going to start. As I say, I've done this in a few different video formats with time of work and stuff, trying to run a place, fix cars, and there's just no time. Anyway, let's see what we can learn here. So this is the old scanner report, and the scanner report was electrical power steering, anti-lock brakes, body control module, airbag, door, AC, instrument panel. Well, I'm sure there's a few little bits and pieces that are missing to the party, because you got to have put all the good guys going to a good party, and this doesn't run, so it can't be a good party. So running through these codes, I'm actually starting to see a bit of a common denominator. I know it's got invalid data received from the body control module, but hold on, it could be bad being sent. So I've got lost communication in PCM. Didn't see PCM in here either. Let's have a look. Lost communication again. Again. Obviously the door control module don't care about that then. Obviously they're not friends. Oh well, shame. And instrument panel, we've got the ECM on there as well. So I think we got a problem with the actual body control module, even though I already know what's wrong with this, because as I say, I've done it in a couple of different steps. So first thing we did is normally I get with these Kugas is broken wires. Actually, I said that wrong, didn't I? I said most Kugas I know, we never have broken wires. So in fact, they certainly didn't have broken wires. I did tell you I couldn't spell as well, didn't I? Yeah, that's true. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing. So broke the CAN box out. I've already scanned it, got the same as what I've got on here. So I've got my CAN, and this is what I've picked up on the CAN. Everything seems to be running fine, apart from here. And all it's got is time. Hasn't got any IDs, any data packets, just time. And and I'm taking this is the engine ECU, which is not talking. So I'm now heading down canvas side, but still broken wires, because if it ain't got power or earth, it's not going to run, is it? So we're looking at the wiring diagrams I've got here. Here's my high and low CAN, which I will show you later, and this is the bit that interests me. All the powers. I've checked all the fuses. All the fuses are good. There's a relay here, which is, it's a weird and wonderful. It seems to go around the houses to actually fire up the ECU. But this is the engine ECU, which has powers, and we've got a couple of grounds as well. Where is the grounds? Grounds are on one of these here somewhere. These 3, 4 and 53, so we'll check those as well. So here's the ECU, and we'll take that out and Well, just see if we've got any power. Oh, come on, Trev. All fingers and thumbs this morning. So we got power going into the engine ECU, ignition off, and obviously this should be an earth to actually make the relay work. And it's going to prove me wrong. Yep. It is. Ah, I know why. Because you need to power this up to set that ECU up to set this one up. Can you hear the clicking? Right, so that one there comes through this is the ignition one to fire this one up. And I know that works because you can hear it clicking. Okay. Right, so what I need to do now is, as I've always used to have broken wires, we better check to see if the ignition one works. So we'll put ignition on, and we'll check that. It still fires up. Make sure you, yeah. So we'll check up this one. And there's me power. So this one here goes to the engine ECU. So what I need to do is make sure I've got power going to the engine ECU. So what I'm going to do is I've got one of these on-off button, so I can check the. So I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to make sure I've got no broken wires. So obviously I've done my homework, haven't I, to see which ones I'm going to go for, and this is where we're going to go. Let's see if we can get you on the right one. Right. So it's not good, is it, eh? It's not good. Let's see if we can get you set up it right. So I'm going to check powers. There you are, there's the first one. I don't think I'm going to get one from there. And I don't think I'm going to get one from there. I should get one from there though. Oh, look at that. And look at that. That's unbelievable scene, sir. Right. So I've got powers. Oh, hold on. I've got to have the other side as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the old test light onto the positive. And we're going to check the power coming into this. So we've got earths going into the ECU, because we've got to marry them up to make them work. So we're going to check that as well. So let's check the earths. Make sure, because we already know the ECU is sending a signal to the relay, because we've got power to it. So let's have a little look here. So, oh, there's the light, and there's the light. Right. So now I'm sure I've got power and grounds going to the ECU. So I haven't got broken wires, which is what I've had with these. So it's going to be a different one to find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've done to get ready to condemn this ECU. Because I didn't really want to swallow the £45 testing fee, and they come back and say, sorry Trev, you're wrong. Okie dokie, moving on from yesterday with checking the voltages and stuff like that. What I've done is I've gone to check to see if we got any communication to the ECU, and as you can see, I'm in the ECU pins, which is on here. And as you can see, that is the one where I'm plugged into the DLC, and this one is the one talking to the PCM. So, am I getting close to condemning the ECU being at fault? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pins out of the actual the EC the connector, and then we'll see if the actual PCM starts to talk. And if there's no information coming from the ECU, then I'm going to get it sent away and checked, because I think that's going to be the problem. Obviously we checked all the power and earths, haven't we? So we know that's correct. And I say the actual canvas has come up with a fault. It's not talking to something. So right, let me get these connectors out, and then we'll see what the ECU's reading. Right. Well, I wasn't expecting that. So, taking the two cam wires out, and as you can see, the engine ECU is not sending any signals. But when you put the two sensor wires onto the wire, it's trying to talk to it, but it's not talking back. Of course, it was a good one, wasn't it? Hey, I'm glad I got onto this one. So I think what I'm going to do now is send the ECU away to get tested. I mean, it's got power, earth, grounds. What else does it need? It should be talking to this ECU. So I think I'm happy to actually send it away now, and I've covered all bases to have the right to send it away. So let's see if they can fix it. Right, the Kuga ECU went away, and it was faulty. Exactly what I was actually saying, that the actual canvas was not talking, but the ECU was alive. So that was a good start. I'm glad they come back, because I was going to be stuck what I was going to go for next, because I thought I was right first time. So I've actually installed it now. It's all installed, all back in. It took me longer to get the undershield on the wheel back on than anything else. Cool, flipping all. Anyway, I didn't break any clips and put them all back on again. It looks all neat, tidy. So I'm just getting to the point now of clearing all the codes off the car and seeing if it starts. And that's going to put a smile on my face, I'm telling you. So the car's got 82,000, as you can see down the bottom, and we are just going to clear all the codes, because I'm not interested what's there now and what isn't there. I'd like to see no codes on the car after it's finished. And then when I press that button, that one there, the one you can't see when you're driving, you know, great place to put it, that is. I want to see this start up, and then I'm going home. Right, everything's cleared. Let's have a ignition off. So let's just have a little look. Right, let's put ignition on. Let's just have a little nosy just before I do try and start it, just in case there's something. What have we got here? Transmission control mill, but I've got nothing in transmission. Let's go in there and see if we can. Engine service now. Engine, no. Continue. Ignition on. Service, belt winder. Let's have a look at this code. Just in case. Transmission, current DTC. There better not be on here. Otherwise this will be going back. Right, let's just see if it clears. Because I wasn't told there was any problems with the transmission when it came in. All I had was it never started. No key detected. The key's there. Cool, it's the weird and wonderful car codes. Please tell me there's nothing on there. I don't want to... Okay, right, it's gone. Gone. Cool. Right, put my foot on the brake, as it says. Here we go. And if it starts, I'm going home. Well, look at that. Hey, I mean, you just don't get that feeling. Does it rev? She's alive. Hey. I'm quite pleased with myself now. I mean, she's all up and running. Customer can have it back Monday. All I'm going to say is everyone have a great weekend. Great for watching. Wow, love it. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for watching.